Ah! Crap. You knocked me into here.
No, I didn't. I was already in the hole.
I followed your drone down into the hole.
Why?
I didn't mean to. I was looking around for my bike and fell into the hole.
Well, don't feel bad. I just fell in too.
Alright, welcome back everybody to Empyrion Galactic Survival. I'm KnowItAllDM. How's everybody doing today? Today I am yet again starting another experimental alpha playthrough, but this time it's not due to an update or anything like that. This time I have somebody with me. Say hello!
Hello!
That's right, Vanitas199 is back with us in Empyrion Galactic Survival. So we're going to be doing a sort of multiplayer. We're going to be doing co-op, but it'll just be Vanitas and me, and even if we get new updates, we'll probably just continue this game all the way until it starts being full alpha, unless there's major updates that we need to change. But I figured I'd show him the ropes for the new alpha, and let you guys hang out, tag along. Let you guys watch the hilarity as it ensues. So I'm going to go ahead and start this co-op server. The name of the co-op server is going to be Van in Me. That's like supposed to be with apostrophes, but I didn't put apostrophes. I know it sounds kind of dirty, but and the password, I'm going to change the password. Password is going to be 18118. We're going to have no restrictions on size classes. All blueprints are allowed, and friendly fire is on. Because, you know, hilarious. So, this is the default random. We started with a completely random seed. I just randomized it several times. And we are heading down to the planet. Now, since this is a multiplayer instead of a single player, I don't think there might be, but I don't know if the single player POIs are going to show up. So there's not going to. I don't think there's going to be a Robinson Protocol tutorial going on. We'll find out momentarily. Alright, so I have landed.
Ah, I'm coming in.
Where are you? I don't see you. Wait, I see you.
Laggy too.
I see you. So for the record, I put everything on medium except for the AIs and enemies, which are on hard. I also put the constructor stuff on easy so that it will construct things quickly.
Ugh, more spiders.
Really? You've got spiders already?
No.
That would be hilarious, but I didn't think that would happen. Run! Run! It's funny, your escape pod's still rolling. Go ahead and join the faction. Go ahead into the F4 menu and then join the faction that I created.
Joined. How do you have a gun?
Technically, it's not a gun, it's a survival tool. So, one of the things you'll realize is that you start with no armor, no weapons, and very little anything else.
Survival tent.
Yes, which actually does us absolutely no good because this isn't a single player. So, what you're going to want to do, if you look on the right where it says stats, you'll see suit constructor. You can click on that, and you've got a small list of templates of things that you can create using whatever is in your inventory. The survival tool is the only thing that's 100% free, and that's the tool you'll start with so that you can do some gathering and stuff like that. It has a defense mode, which does limited damage but scares enemies away. It's got a deconstruct mode, which you can use sort of like the multi-tools deconstruct. Then you've got the rock drill, which acts like a drill, except for only for the surface rocks.
Okay.
It also has its own flashlight built into it, which I don't know if they purposely did that or if it's, something they forgot to, because other things used to and then they removed it. But in any case, so the first thing we're going to want to do is find a place to set up our base and try to survive. You're not going to want to run because running uses stamina, as you know. But now stamina, when stamina regenerates, it uses food. So you'll have to continually eat if you want to. If you're going to be running a lot, you're going to have to be continually eating a lot. So we're going to basically be walking a lot. Now, also the defense mode will also cut down trees similar to a chainsaw, but it takes a lot longer. But you'll notice that the survival tool doesn't have any ammunition. That's because it uses stamina as its ammunition, as its energy source. So you're going to want to be careful with how often you use the survival tool as well, because you'll start, losing stamina quickly.
Yeah, I'm coming back. I had to reset the game because I was changing settings, and then my game locked up.
Ah, okay.
Because it was lagging a lot. It was lagging a lot, and so I was trying to tone down the settings.
Yeah, you're going to want to cut down the shadow settings because, especially during, no matter how low you put the settings, during nightfall, as it's getting to night, like between the morning and evening, as it's changing from night to day and day to night, it's going to be getting really laggy. That's just a bug they've got in the game. I don't know exactly what settings cause that, but nothing we do as a player can stop that.
Yeah, like dawn and dusk.
Yeah, dawn and dusk will be really laggy, but it only does it for a couple of minutes at each interval. So now that you've got the multi-tool or the survival tool, we're going to want to collect rocks to gather resources. And you'll notice that the big rocks only give crushed stone now.
Oh, that's weird.
So the rocks like this right here, when you use the rock drill mode, it'll only drop 2 crushed stones, which will give you between like 4 and 8 stone. But what we're looking for, if you come over this way, and you'll notice some green rocks and some rocks with blue striations in them up here. The green rocks,
fancy.
The green rocks like this is copper. And you'll be able to pick up copper from those. And the ones with the blue striations in it is iron.
I thought copper was supposed to be red.
They changed it.
So confusing.
Well, because the raw copper mixed with oxygen creates oxidation, which makes it green.
Oh, that makes more sense then.
So you'll also notice that in this starter biome over there are some parasaur. But if you get close to them, they'll get spooked. When they stand up, they get spooked and will run away.
Except this one.
Well, this one's an exception.
I can see into its eye. You're killing it! Don't kill it!
I think it's stuck.
We killed it!
But we got some meat from it. Not that we can use the meat right now. So what we're going to want to do, we're going to want to keep an eye out for those iron rocks and the copper rocks. And we're going to want to head into the forest because that's where silicone is found.
Okay.
Also, you're going to want to keep an eye on your temperature. You'll notice that you're able to survive, that your temperature turns red when it gets down below 15 degrees Celsius. I don't know if you've got yours set on Celsius or whatever, but...
Yeah, since me reinstalling the game, it's reset default.
Yeah, I keep mine on Celsius anyway because that's, you know, the way the game was meant to be. But you'll also notice that the plants that you gather have different names now. For example, the cobra leaves over here now give you spice.
Huh.
Aloe plants and other plants will give you medicinal herbs or whatever. And they've got different categories rather than individual items.
Yeah, I can also notice there was a graphical enhancement too.
What do you mean?
It feels like it's more detailed.
Well, you are correct, actually. They've added a bunch of different types of plants. They've added a bunch of different types of biomes. If we get close to the water somewhere, you might run into a swamp biome.
Yeah, and it's not helping any of my computer's frames per second.
Yeah, the frame rates in the forest, mine's down to 22 frames right now.
I haven't turned mine on, so I don't even know what my frames are right now.
Yeah, usually in the forest, my frames get down to like between 20 and 30. You'll also notice that certain things like those flowers I just picked, you can now pick. They give you buds, and then, you know, mushrooms give you mushrooms. This nest over here will give you eggs when you pick it up. So just go around gathering a bunch of stuff that you can, and then we're going to try to find some deposits, and hopefully we'll be able to find some deposits of silicone, copper, and iron. Now, you're still going to want to pick up the crushed stone every time you take down a rock like that, because those rocks give you crushed stone. You can actually turn crushed stone into the other ores, into copper, silicone, or cobalt.
Oh, nice.
It takes 12 crushed stone to make one silicone ore. It takes 25 crushed stone to make an iron ore, and it takes 50 crushed stone to make a copper ore. But if you're like one ore short of being able to make the ingots, you know, having crushed stone can help out.
I found silicone.
Go ahead and gather it up.
I already did. Oh God, this game has God rays.
What do you mean?
The light filtering through the trees.
Oh yeah, it has what do you call those? Light beams. Light shafts. There you go. That's what it's called. Light shafts.
Is there a way to turn it off?
Nope. Not that I know of, anyway. Here's some more silicone. Now, if you go into your tech tree and you are level 3 or higher, you'll be able to unlock the survival constructor, which you can make in your suit constructor. You're probably going to have some low FPS though, because we're in the forest right at near the nighttime. I'm getting about 14 frames right now. It's a little bit better now, 19, 18. I'm right behind you.
I'm probably getting about 30 right now.
Yeah, I'm getting about 21, 22, 23. I'm still behind you. So I've been gathering up some wood and stuff, and I've gotten to level 3 so I can make a survival constructor. It requires 3 iron ore, 2 silicon ore, and a copper ore, which I already had all that. I don't think you can get rid of that. Oh wow, you can. It just doesn't give you anything.
Nope.
So we're over here in the swamp biome now. I've got herbal leaves. Let's see. I need plant protein, which I can't find any in here. We should be able to find some vegetables around here. There's some grains. So I'm going to go ahead and set down this survival constructor right here. Ah!
Okay. Wow, the survival constructor got really small.
Yeah. And I allowed faction access, so you can go ahead and throw all the things you need to make into stuff in here once I'm done putting my stuff in here.
They still don't allow multiple people to get onto a constructor.
Nope. It's really, really sad. You should be able to do it now. Go ahead and turn it on so it starts actually cooking up the steak that I put in there.
It was already on.
Oh, okay. It must have started on. Okay, so now we're gonna need stuff to make a core, so we're gonna need to get as much iron, copper, and silicone as we can. Before that, let me see. To make a bike, we're gonna want to get bikes quickly. So we're gonna want, we're still gonna want iron, copper, and silicone. We're just gonna get bikes because that will help us find more iron, copper, and silicone. In the swamp, there should be occasional iron and copper, and then in the forest biome, there should be copper and silicone.
Okay. I got some crushed stone if we can use that.
Yeah, go ahead and put it in there, and that will help. But the main things that we need are iron, copper, and silicone. But that will help if we can't find what we need. So, and don't forget to try to pick every plant you see to gain experience points.
Was it me, or did I just hear a wolf?
There are background noises. That's part of the forest night sound.
Oh. It's like, don't put wolf noises in the game when there's no wolves.
Hey, you discovered an iron deposit. That's good.
Too bad we can't dig.
Not yet. Once we get drills, we can though. And you can still use your drone to dig. So. And once you get drills, getting these crushed stones and surface rocks will be a lot easier too.
Natural sweetener?
Yep, that's what honey gives you.
That's sad. It's not honey anymore.
Oh, you discovered the wreckage. Nice.
Is that good or bad?
That's where we're going to want to make our first base.
Oh, okay. It's about 400 meters from where I'm at. And a copper deposit.
Yep.
And I'm out of stamina. I just hope I don't die in this forest.
So I've got a pistol, a drill, and I've got a drill for you and a pistol being made up for you. Unfortunately, I don't have enough copper to make more ammo for you.
So with the survival tool that uses stamina, does that mean they up the stamina regeneration?
No, stamina regeneration regenerates at the same amount, but the survival tool, each use of it uses like a different portion based on the like it uses very little, but if you continually use it, you'll run out of stamina. But and stamina usage now consumes food, so it is more difficult because you have to keep eating if you keep using it.
Okay.
Alright, I'm heading over to the wreck. Oh wow, we've got 3 iron deposits. That's nice.
Yeah, I explored a bit.
You'll notice that the planet is a lot bigger than before.
Yeah, it feels like it is.
Originally, the planets were what is now considered a Class 2 planet, which was 8 kilometers in diameter. Now, the starter planets are a Class 4, which is 32 kilometers in diameter.
Dang.
There is a Class 5 planet that is 64 kilometers in diameter.
Probably with snow up top and desert and forest and all
Well,
sorts
this
of
one's
stuff.
got snow up north in the poles. Look at the map.
Nice. So does that mean they haven't? Does that mean they removed the red or no?
Yes, they removed both the red and green borders.
Okay, that's cool. So I can just see it goes to pure snow up at the top.
Yeah, they did that to overcome that. That's what they put instead of the red border, so you can actually go up there. And there's still some weird glitchy stuff that happens when you try to go up there, and you can't build at the poles, but you can go up there, or land a capital vessel up there or whatever. But you can't
There's
actually build a base up there.
No. The only downside is there's no desert on this planet.
There's tundra, but there's no desert. Because it's a temperate planet. But you could theoretically, if you set the stuff right, if you set up the biomes right and everything in the files, create a planet where when it's dry enough and dry and hot enough, it creates a desert biome.
Yeah.
Alright, so what kind of wreckage do we have this time? Because the wreckage changes, it's different every time. Oh, this is nice.
Rusty wreckage.
Yeah, but it's like really big. You could like seriously turn this into a good base. Okay, so let's see. Let's go ahead and set down our survival constructors nearby, like right over here, I would say. And don't forget to allow faction access to your constructor.
You said you had a gun and a drill?
Yeah, here. There's some biofuel for you for the drill. Biofuel is now made up with plant fibers, so you can, if you chop down trees, you can make as much biofuel as you want. It just takes a long time to do it.
Gotcha. Is it still made with seaweed and all that?
Nope, just plant fibers.
That's another thing they changed.
Yep. Oh, and nice, the wreckage is right on the border of the savanna, the grasslands.
Yeah.
Now, one of the first
Endless grass.
One of the first things we're going to want to do is once we get all the iron and copper that we need, we're going to want to build a core, but we're also going to want to build armor and set down armor lockers, or an armor locker, and then get armor for us. Pick up the eggplants in the savanna, and that'll give you vegetables.
All right.
Vegetables, basically canned vegetables are the only thing you can make now without having to go out and gather things, with whatever you can grow and with iron, steel plates.
Ran into some copper. I was digging up.
Since we have drills, we could just gather it from the deposits if you wanted.
True. And it just seems like there's an abundance of above ground copper in the savannah.
Oh yeah, there is, and iron in both the savannah and grasslands.
Needs to be daylight so I can see.
Don't forget you can press L and activate your shoulder light.
Yeah, that's what I got.
It looks like we need more silicone.
I wonder if they changed the color of copper and iron for colorblind people.
No, they did it so that it's more easily distinguishable from other rocks. I think it's funny that you have to wait till level 5 to get armor.
I find it's funny how picking plants give you more experience than mining rocks.
I know, right? I'm digging down into the silicon deposit to grab some silicone. Oh, I also put the deposits on rich and plentiful so that we won't have to worry about resources. We can keep building and having fun.
Nice. Oh god, I can't see.
For a while, in Experimental 8, they actually, the drone wasn't working, so you couldn't actually gather deposits with your drone like this anymore, and I found it to be more of a challenge. So what I'm hoping they do is find a way to make the drone like an equipable item or something, so that early on you can't use it, and then later on you get access to it.
Yeah, that would be interesting.
You'll also notice that the deposits are now back to the voxel-based underground ones rather than the ones that you have to use the ore scanner to get to. With the exception of Prometheum, which is still that way.
People probably complained about that.
Well, and here's the thing. When you're making the planets, you get to decide per deposit what it's going to be. Whether it's going to be a voxel-based or a subsurface rock. And their main thing was that the voxel-based ones are easier to gather with the hover vessel, when you have a hover vessel with drills on it. And the other ones are more interesting if you're gathering, you know, by person or drone. So Ah! Crap. You knocked me into here.
No, I didn't. I was already in the hole.
I followed your drone down into the hole.
Why?
I didn't mean to. I was looking around for my bike and fell into the hole.
Well, don't feel bad. I just fell in too. I heard a growl.
No, you heard a drill.
Oh, I thought it was a growl from something.
Oh yeah, there's a growl up there. That sounds like a Talon Guardian growl.
I was afraid it was another plant monster.
No, plant monsters go.
How did they go again?
You heard me.
Oh crap, we don't get jetpacks until our armor. Isn't that right?
That is correct. And now I'm out of fuel.
One second. You want to make good use of my drill? I got 642.
Yes. Here, drop it and let me pick it up. Okay, primarily we need to get this lip gone. Because once we get this lip gone, we should be able to dig through the sand layer easily. Alright, we can get out now. You see the way out?
Yeah, I do, but for some reason I keep slipping. I keep slipping and it's not letting me jump up. It's like ice down here. There it goes.
Alright, I'm heading back to the wreckage.
Was a nightmare.
Alright, I'm back at the wreckage now. One thing we're really going to want is to get iron.
I think I found a little bit of iron and I put it in there.
No, but I mean, we're going to need a lot of iron.
Well, we found some deposits, but we're gonna need fuel.
Go ahead and pick up this drill that I dropped here. This was your drill here. There is some, here's some fuel for you, if you didn't get any. That way we don't run out of stuff in the drill, in the mines, if we fall in there. Alright, let's go over to one of the iron deposits. You go to one, I'll go to another, and start getting as much iron as we can. Because we're going to want to upgrade this base with something more than just wood. This is my iron deposit. Go to a different one.
Ouch, that's harsh.
Well, I said I go to one, you go to another one, and you followed me to this one.
It was a good reference point.
I've got 145. That should be good.
I got 115.
What I wouldn't give for a full-on multi-tool right now.
This doesn't work as well?
Well, don't take these apart if they're flat like this. And it's, see, this is a combat steel block here. Don't take it apart. Take apart the little truss blocks.
Oh, gotcha.
And if it's a destroyed block or a truss block, take it apart. But try not to collapse the whole thing. So if it looks like it's holding something up like these, don't take them apart. So like you can take all this floor apart over here, as long as it's, you know, a truss block or a damaged block. But don't take the walls apart, even if they're damaged blocks, because you can actually upgrade damaged blocks to undamaged blocks.
Gotcha.
Uh-oh, I found a radiated biome. I'm getting out of here.
Irradiated?
Yeah, it's a radiated biome. If you see a place that has a lot of glowing plants and stuff, stay away from it because it's radiated.
That sounds interesting to see.
Oh, it's really interesting to see.
I just jumped over my own iron deposit hole. Oh, the irradiated was all the way this way?
Yeah, the irradiated biome is over here. I don't know if you know what Masperon looks like, but this biome over here is a little glimpse of Masperon.
Is that a planet?
Yeah, it's an alien planet.
Oh, I see what you mean.
And the biome's actually called radiated biome.
I think I'm gonna have to call it a night after we find enough food.
Well, I mean, there's plenty of crickets out here. If we got a shotgun, we can just blast them to heck and then have a feast.
Exactly.
I'm actually building up shotguns back at the base.
What about ammo, though?
Oh, I'm building up ammo for it, too.
Cause you gave me a pistol with no ammo, too.
That's because I ran out of stuff to make ammo before we got the, before we started harvesting from the deposits. Where are you going?
Finding more vegetables.
Okay.
I only got 155 on my food.
If you find spice in the forest, you can also eat it. It deals 1 damage to you each time, but it's 45 food each.
Nice. I like how the eggplant turns green when you pick it.
Yeah, I know, right?
Like it gets sick at the thought of touching you. Ooh, aloe vera.
Yep, that'll give you medicinal plants.
Plant fiber, level 3. I swear, in this game, you can make a living off of gardening more than you can coal mining. Alien thorn, do those do anything?
Alien thorns are used for medicinal things later on.
I'm finding a lot of aloe vera.
Well, go ahead and pick it.
Yeah, I'm picking like everything I see. Did they up the running speed too?
I don't think so.
I feel like running is faster.
That's because you don't have armor on.
Oh yeah, that's true.
So, we're going to go ahead and end it here. I guess, let me see if I can get those refrigerators online. We might need more copper for the refrigerators. So just keep the food on you. That way it won't spoil or anything. Well, I mean, we'll be logged out, but...
Okay.
So that's going to be it for this episode. I hope everybody watching enjoyed the episode. If you did, hit the like button. And if you want to see more Empyrion Galactic Survival with Vanitas199 and KnowItAllDM, go ahead and subscribe. I'm KnowItAllDM.
And I'm Vanitas199.
And as always, y'all have a good day now.
Toodaloo!